by the time I hit 9, you know, I started going to Broadmoor, and just the churches over there, the services over there, they have the Christmas service every year, so I'd be part of that. But I was also very involved at such a young age, and I love it because I had the support from my family, because it wasn't like, hey, you should do this. It was like, hey, I kind of want to do this, and they'd be like, really? So I was like, yeah. So I actually became an acolyte, because I was like, that looks like fun. And then like I started thinking, because I think about things a lot. I'm very observant, and when I see them bringing it in, I'm like, so they're bringing the light of Jesus into the service, and then at the end of the service, they take it out into the world. That's what stood out the most with acolytes for me, and that's what made me want to do it. I was like, if I could bring the light of Jesus into the sanctuary, into the church, and then bring them out into the world. So for those services, I would actually go in with the little torch and light the candles for some of the services. And I was also part of like Kids Praise is what they called it at the time. It was the kids choir, but we would do plays, the Christmas plays, and they'd get us in these wacky costumes. So that would be something that kind of, you know, comes to mind for me with Christmas services is, you know, acting out the Bethlehem, Jesus being born, carrying the baby in. That's most of the services that come to mind for me. And that's really what sticks out when I think of Christmas, is those Christmas services at church, you know, and then spending time with my family. Obviously now it's a little different this year, so it's going to be me and Ruby. My mom always thought it was funny to get us charcoal, but it wasn't actual charcoal, it was chocolate. So she would get us that, and she'd fill our stockings with it. And I just thought it was so funny. I was like, what are you trying to say? And she was like, well, we all make mistakes, but you always get a sweet treat at the end. You make some mistakes, you learn from them. But yeah, we're going to start new traditions. We're going to, I want to start doing barbecues and like doing stuff like that, and like smoking some meat, and doing like an annual thing like that every Christmas, and then some hot cocoa and Home Alone marathon. That's the thing. And my grandpa actually got me into Home Alone really young. It was that and Christmas with the Cranks. That was it, and Christmas Vacation as well. It's going to be my first Christmas without my mom, so, but I also think about it differently, just because of what I believe in, you know, having this faith that I have. She's not really gone. She's there, just like how Jesus is. And it's actually kind of cool because I get to host it, you know. I'm going to do what my mom did and host all the parties. So that's something, you know, her legacy will live on. Something I can say for somebody struggling with the holidays, whether it be with loss or with, you know, just personal things going on in your life, just to show the love the best way possible, you got to first learn to love yourself. Because a lot of the times when people deal with heartache and, you know, a lot of suffering and pain, they tend to blame themselves, and it never goes well. So you got to learn to love yourself before you love others. But best way to show love is not gift giving. It's not, you know, the feeling in your stomach with butterflies. You know, love is an action. It's a sacrifice. Just like how Jesus and God loves us so much that he sacrificed his life for us to continue to live. So I would say make a sacrifice, do an action, show somebody some love. If they're feeling down, you want to hug, you want to talk, you want to hang out, you want to go get some coffee. So I think that's the best way to show love, is really just be there, be present, you know, and listen, be attentive, and be willing to make a sacrifice, because sometimes it comes down to that.